Okay, I'm starting out with a size 14 dry fly hook. I'm using 8/0 thread in an olive. I'm going to put some wraps near the front of the hook. My plan is to start with the wing post on this. I'll see how it goes. Normally I start with the tail. The wing post is white Antron. I'll just secure it down with a few wraps and then pull the sides up to form my post and put some wraps around the base of the post. Starting at the bottom and working up a little ways and then back down to the hook shank. This will make it stand up and give it some stiffness so that it makes a good post for the hackle to wind around later on. That should do it. That's kind of long and unwieldy, so I'll trim it to keep it out of the way, and it'll be trimmed a little bit more later. Alright, so now I'll put some wraps on the hook back to the shank and get ready to do the tail. Tail is hackle fibers, a nice stiff mottled Cote de Leon hackle. I'll take a few fibers, snip them off, and measure that to approximately the length of the hook shank. Place it next to the shank at a slight angle, and then as it's secured, it rolls up onto the top of the shank. I'll put a wrap underneath it to kind of force them up a little bit. I'm not good at this, you can see. And here's why you should do the tail first, because that wing post is getting in the way and I'm catching fibers of it. So next time, let's be traditional and do the tail first. And that's just going to have to be trimmed off. Alright, let's get going and dub a body now. I'm using gold hairline dubbing. It's fine, but it has some spiky hairs in it. So get that on the thread and then start to wind the body. Moving up toward the wing post. And I'll do a few wraps on both sides of the wing post. And leave my thread there. My hackle is a grizzly dyed yellow. Secure that with a few wraps, and then pull it up and do some wraps around the base, around the wing post, both the post and the hackle now. Work my way up a little bit and then back down to the hook shank. And bend the hackle down so that it will wind horizontally. And using my hackle pliers, I'll start to make some wraps around the wing post, starting at the top of the thread winding and working my way down. Each turn is underneath the previous one. Just keep it fairly snug, but it's always very light pressure. Can't really go that far, so I'm going to have to stop here. I pull down a little slightly on the hackle and up on the thread, and they're opposing each other. And bring the thread over the hook, but working underneath all of the hackle fibers. So that first wrap secures it. I'll do another one And if you can do 3, go ahead, but you don't necessarily have to. There's a third wrap. I'll take it off. It's nice and tight and secure now, so I can actually back off one, and I'll just hold all the fibers and the tip of the hackle up out of the way and put some wraps around the head near the eye of the hook. Now, I turn it upside down and do a hand whip finish, but to tell you the truth, it's kind of awkward, and I think next time I'm going to use my whip finisher to do this. But it's easy this way to avoid the hackle fibers, and that's why I'm doing it. Just a nice little 3 or 4 turn whip finish. Trim it, and now you can do a little straightening up on the. Just snap off that waist end. And now I can do a little straightening and rearranging of the fibers to make them nice and even. The last thing is to trim the wing post. And there it is. Size 14. Gold parachute.